Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome into episode 113 of the Second to One podcast. Joining you today is myself, Shiz. We also have Mr. Mo Snell. We have Mr. Saheem Green, aka Yo.
You.
And we also have special guest once again for the third time, Mr. Ransom.
All right,
Fellas,
all
how are
right,
y'all
all
feeling
right.
today? How y'all
I
feeling?
am doing a fucking amazing.
How's the holiday treating you? I don't know if everybody celebrate Christmas, so I'm just going to say how's the holiday
Listen,
treating
man,
you?
Kwanzaa's been good, brother.
Yeah, I celebrated Hanukkah with Charles. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mazel tov.
Yeah. So how this podcast works, we talk mostly about sports, hip hop, politics, and everything in between. We give it to you straight, no chaser. And if we offend you, we apologize slightly. Usually we have our taking a shot segment where we give a deep dive or give a hot take on one of the topics I just named. But since we have four people here today, we just want to skip over that because if we get into that, that might take a whole hour. So we just want to jump right into the NFL. Week 17 is upon us. There's a lot at stake here. Miraculously, my Dallas Cowboys have risen from the dead and made this week a relevant week. We are at the Giants. Cowboys are 2.5-point road favorites. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. The Giants have a good defense. The Cowboys, they've been playing well. They've won 3 straight games. I think we could go in there and win the game. Some people may want that to happen. Some people may not. We could discuss that in a few moments. But as far as the game itself, I don't know, man. Rivalry game, division game, anything is possible. I think Dallas goes in there and gets it done. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants win the game either. It's going to be a coin flip, tough game. But I think the Cowboys have enough momentum and they have a formula to go in there and get a victory and put themselves in position to make the playoffs. Charles, you're a Cowboys fan. The floor is yours. Speak, sir.
Well, I'm a little upset because you didn't say our Cowboys. You kind of claimed it for yourself. So just because I have a difference of opinion with you doesn't mean I still don't care. You see the flag in the background.
Now you a traitor, bro. But go ahead.
Ooh, that's fire.
Whenever you're listening to statements, always consider the source of the statement. That being said, my plan all along, once Dak Prescott went down, was to lose out the rest of the season to get a higher draft pick because I've said this many times, winning an NFC East championship and losing in the first round is like having $10 billion of monopoly money. I felt like that then, and I still feel like that now, and I'll feel like that tomorrow. However, the Cowboys in true Cowboys fashion have ruined that. So even if we win or lose, we're still barely in the top 10. So I mean, go Cowboys go at this point because it doesn't even matter anymore. Like my plan, which was the smart plan, which was the think ahead plan, I call it the chestnut checkers plan. The chestnut checkers plan was to be good for the next 10 years or 5 years with a great player, not win an NFC East title and lose in the first round or whatever. So yeah, go Cowboys. I hope they win, and I hope they can, have a good showing. So not to say that, I'll never root against the Cowboys, but I do think that it was foolish of them to overachieve this year. That's it.
All right. Before I break down the history of the Cowboys, Saheem, what are your thoughts on this game?
You're gonna break down the history of the Cowboys.
Well, I'm not going back to the 90s.
I'm gonna comment on the history of the Cowboys.
I'm not going back to the 60s. I'm just talking about like the draft history of like the past 10 years.
All right. So I do have more. Okay, so let Taim and Mo go, and then we could.
Let's get to it.
Because I got plenty of notes on that. I thought you wanted to get topical. We can go into that though. So go ahead.
So my take on this is I defer to Mo.
All right. Okay. Awesome. Because just like I said weeks ago, this is exactly how I draw it up. This is exactly how I plan all along. The Giants win the NFC East and get to the playoffs. I've stuck with it. I have no research. I have no data to back up my statement or my point. But weeks ago, I said I'm going with the Giants.
You did.
And hey,
he did say that. He did say
that. Right there.
Now they got a shot. They got Basically, this is a playoff. This is a home playoff game. So this is right where you want to be. Washington is done. The strip club killed them. So this is right where you want to be. This is the game you want if you're the Giants. So give me the Giants and the points at home.
Mm-hmm.
Or a dog with fleas, as they like to say.
That's a good one. I don't think I've heard that before.
So
Yeah.
So when it comes to
for the record, I already know everything Shiz is gonna say. Go ahead.
you don't.
This is like the end of 8 Mile when it's like I know everything you about to say about me.
So this is for the world to hear. Me and Mr. Ransom have had many. We've had many of heated text message debates over the direction of the Cowboys. And here's my piece.
He's not lying.
So I don't think losing games in the NFL works unless you need a quarterback. The Cowboys, we have Dak Prescott. He's coming back. The contract situation, that's a whole nother thing. We don't have to discuss that this evening. But the main position.
Oh, but you can't. How come you don't want to discuss the contract? Tell him what you think Dak is worth. I'll tell him what you said.
Well, I mean, if you want to divert, we can do that immediately.
No, we could do that. I just want to hear what you said Dak was worth on the air. Down in writing what you said. The number value of Dak.
I would like to pay Dak anywhere from
what
28 to 33 million.
All right, move on. Let's go. That's all I want. America, you heard it. Let's keep going.
I think that's a fair number for his level of play. But okay. So my thing is with the Cowboys, since we have a quarterback in the fold already, I think losing out. Dak is going to either be franchised or he's going to be signed long term. Next season, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if we're going to lose out, it just doesn't set the right momentum going into next season. It doesn't set the right philosophy. It doesn't set the right mindset for the team going into next season because you have
McCartney doesn't set the right. What's the coach name? Mike McCartney. Oh, yeah, Mike McCartney.
I want to see where you're going with this.
Yeah, this is you.
You're already going out on a limb here.
So, when it comes to experience as a team, you automatically get OTAs, preseason, regular season games. You don't get playoff experience is not guaranteed to you every season, but regular season games and preseason games are. So if you have an opportunity to make the playoffs, I'm not expecting the Cowboys, if they make it, to do anything. Maybe, possibly, somehow miraculously win a game. But more than likely, we're going to be one and done. But I would still prefer to take that one and done as opposed to tanking and losing and going 2-14 or 3-13 or whatever and getting a high draft pick because we don't need a quarterback. And when it comes to other players like, a lineman or a linebacker or whatever, it's a crapshoot because you can pick a bust like we've done in the past, or you can pick a great player. It's literally a coin flip. So with me, I feel that winning games, as a coaching staff, you got to go through, turbulent times. You got to figure things out as far as man, we should have did this to win that game. We should have did that to win this game. If you're trying to do that already, as opposed to waiting to next season, you already have the tools prepared in order to, fix things in case you run into turbulent times next season. But if you just continue to lose games, back to back to back to back, when those turbulent times come, you're not prepared on how to handle those yet because you decided to lose every single game. So that's point number one. Now, if we want to go through the draft, let's go through the draft. So, see your opinion. You wanted to pick in the top 5, top 10, top 7, whatever. So I'm gonna just go through.
I didn't want to pick in the 20s.
You don't want to pick in the 20s.
I've always said that from day one. Anything above 18 or 19. Once again, I'll save the metrics and the numbers for my argument, but I just want to make sure you quote me right. Anything 18, 19 on, I'm not interested in at all.
Okay, so I think the team is better off, trying to win games, trying to establish something now, and finding a player in the middle of the draft as opposed to just losing games and then picking a player. So some of the players that we've picked in the past 10 years. Last year, CeeDee Lamb, pick number 17. He's turned out pretty good, right? You know,
I have a rebuttal for that, and a very clear rebuttal.
This is short. That's
y'all got lucky on that,
small
though.
sample. Small
Yeah,
sample.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Small
I'm
sample
gonna
size,
reserve my no. Go ahead, Shiz. I'm not gonna say anything.
Small sample size.
You want to use CeeDee Lamb? Go ahead.
But you know,
CeeDee Lamb's your first example. Go ahead.
CeeDee Lamb, number 17, small sample size, but he's approaching 1,000 yards with pretty much the majority of the season with backup quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Mm-hmm. All right. So in 2019, we traded the pick for Amari. That's a wash. Doesn't count. Now, 2018, Leighton Vander Esch, pick number 19. See, do you like Leighton Vander Esch or no?
No, do you? No. It's not about what I like. No, it's not about what I like because don't put it on me. It's what you think of. It's your side of the argument, brother. So don't ask the gallery for what the maestro wants. It's you, the maestro, right now. Do you like Leighton Vander Esch? You obviously do because you're using him as an example. But you say you hate him and you say he's a bum and you say he gets injured too much. So why are you using him as an example?
No, I'm just going.
So why are you using him as an example?
I'm asking you. Do you like him? You call him a wolf hunter.
I don't call him wolf hunter. One of the announcers called him wolf hunter because his family does hunt wolves.
But what do you call him? You don't just call him Leighton Vander Esch.
I call him the wolf hunter because I think it's a cool name.
That's what I just said. Okay.
I thought you meant like I gave him the nickname. I was like, am I that important? I hardly think so.
No. Okay. So we got Leighton Vander Esch at number 19.
So you're saying he's good. So you're using him as an example. So you're going on record saying that.
Yeah. I don't think he's a bad player.
I have a question. Has Leighton Vander Esch made the pro?
Yes, he did. And he was runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year and lost to Darius Leonard.
Not bad, right? Not bad for 19.
I've been saying he was not bad, but you say he's a bum.
How long has he been in the league?
3
years.
Yeah,
and he made pro once.
But he got hurt. Remember, he got hurt real bad.
Yeah, hurt.
I don't care about that. I just said he made it once. All right.
I mean, that does play though. I mean, if you can't make the Pro Bowl if you don't play.
Yeah.
I mean, they said OJ killed that lady, but he didn't do it.
Okay, Shiz, please proceed.
All right. Now, this is probably the worst pick in the last 10 years. Pick number 20. Pick number 28 in the 2017 draft, Taco Charlton. Let's move on.
Sure.
Okay. Ezekiel Elliott, 2016, pick number 4. Now,
okay.
Great pick. But see,
fourth overall pick.
See, do you now
I want to go back to Leighton Vander Esch. I just want you to admit that you have been you don't think Leighton Vander Esch. You've never said. I look back at the text. You've never said a single good thing about Leighton Vander Esch, but now you're using him in this. So you're like saying one thing, and now you're saying something else.
No.
Well, what you mean? What
about Zeke? You want to get rid of him?
I think that I don't want to get rid of him anymore because he's not quite worth what he once would have been in the summertime. But yeah, I would have traded him in the summer and gotten a huge haul for him and built for the future. Absolutely.
Okay, so
no hesitation.
Pick the 4th pick overall in the draft you want to get rid of. Okay, understood. Now,
just because I woke up one day and said, let me trade Zeke. No, I told you my reason.
You haven't liked Zeke in like 18 months.
No, it's been ever since he. Well, no, I was very. I praised him in the summertime through text to you. I said he's in shape. He looks good. This is the best he's looked since he got fat when he went to Cabo, and he was that I did say that. But I said no. I said you in the summertime, and you were like, no, I haven't seen him yet. And I was like, dude, he looks excellent. He's hitting the holes, and then we get to the regular season, he plays like a bonehead again. So I don't know.
So right around the time he looks excellent, you wanted to trade him. Got you. Okay. Moving on.
Because that's smart. It's because of how much could you get for him at that point? This is a business. I treat football like a business. I'm a businessman.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Byron Jones no longer on the team, but in 2015 we picked him number 27. Mm-hmm. That ended up being
good year. One good year. He made the Pro Bowl 1 year.
Ended up being a pretty good pick. Now
1 year out of 5. Okay, I guess.
Now, okay. 2014.
Wait, who was picked before that though? Who was picked before 27 though? You know what I mean? Let's talk about that. Byron Jones had 1 Pro Bowl in 5 years. That if you told me about if a player good or bad, I'm going to say he's mediocre at best.
Yeah, I don't have it written down. I mean, somebody can look it up. All right. So 2014 now. This is the
your argument right here. This is your whole argument. I know where you're going. Yep, this is it.
You can get quality all-pro players not in the top 8 if you lose all these damn games. Zach Martin, 2014, pick number 16. All-Pro player. Now, 2013, All-Pro. He retired now, but that was Travis Frederick. He was picked number 31. Now, let's go. Before
Tom
that,
Brady went 199. I never said that you couldn't pick great players later on.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Okay, now 2012. We're picking in the top 6. Who do we pick? Morris Claiborne.
You want to know that 2015 Byron was their first pick at 27.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
And then after that, you said you want to know who?
No, I said let me hear some of the guys in the top 15. Let me hear some of them.
Oh, I mean that year you didn't pick, but
because if you're looking on Wikipedia, it should show you like if they made the Pro Bowl, if they were All Pro. You know, that's what I usually go on.
Because after them, you guys picked up Randy Gregory.
He played great.
Hey, you know what? All things being equal, he was good.
Okay.
All things being equal, he's a bonehead, but all things being equal.
Okay, 2012.
Yeah, Morris Claiborne. Yes, 6, I know. Yes,
Morris Claiborne.
Yes, I know. I know. Shiz. I know. Shiz.
One of the worst picks. That and Taco Charlton. Flip a coin. Worst pick. And now also
Taco's doing well. So Morris, I would say Morris was the worst pick. And
2011. 2011.
Smith.
Number 9, Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
So the moral of my story,
great pick.
The moral of the story is for me, we don't have to tank in order to find good players. We can find a good player like Frederick at number 31 in the first round, or we could find a good player like Vander Esch at number 19 or CeeDee Lamb at number 17. So I just think it benefits the team more by winning games as opposed to tanking and picking a bum in the top 5 and completely wasting everybody's time.
Okay,
I have a question.
Please.
So couple of these things are semantics.
I just go ahead, Tom, please.
All right, so you want to go first, Mo, or you want me to set this show?
I'll go first because So if you talk about Byron, I knew this, and I just looked it up to confirm it. But if you talk about the 2015, that's when you got Byron Jones, right?
Correct.
The number 4 pick in that class is Amari Cooper, who you traded picks to get.
So you wanted those top picks.
So he's a top,
which I was going to speak.
Yeah,
about.
so he's a top.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo.
He's a top 5 pick in the same draft that you're saying you like.
One Pro Bowl in 5 years versus a top 10 borderline top 8, 9 wide receiver in the NFL.
So again, you gave up what 2 first rounders to get Amari Cooper?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, we swapped it.
Swap picks, and what else did you give up?
I think it was just one.
No, we gave up.
Maybe 1 and a 4, something like that. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
I mean, the 1 is a lot, but after that, it wasn't much.
So you gave up the 1 to get Amari. So it's the same to me anyway. It's no different than losing out because you didn't get to. So at the end of the day, you didn't get to enjoy Amari Cooper on his rookie contract. You're getting him
$20 million a year.
Yeah, at his highest dollar amount. But in exchange, you get to go through. You didn't have to go through his drop woes and things like that. But anyway.
Well, let me
stats can be all screwed around when it's coming to picks in that regard. That's
my rebuttal to that is the fall off for Dez happened way too rapidly than any of us anticipated as a Cowboys fan.
His body let him down. His body let him down.
Yeah,
his foot went bad, and that's no understandable.
Yeah, so if Dez is still if he doesn't completely lose all of his ability in one season, the Amari trade I don't think happens. But
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But so my further point is especially in the NFL, a majority of the NFL players that make up the NFL are later round picks anyway. So picking in the first round, like using a first round pick analysis on where you're picking doesn't do much justice anyway, because the majority of the players that make up the NFL are later round picks anyway. So it's not a thing where you can say, hey, is losing out right or wrong. Like in this business, it's best to get the best player available. So like Charles was saying, I kind of agree with Charles. Winning now does you no good.
Nothing.
Like
you're winning.
You have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, you get a mid round pick, a kind of a late pick. I don't know if that helps you any. Like, I don't know if that helps you any. Like, I feel like you want to lose out, get the higher pick, have just more control, and getting the higher pick than to go 7-9, 6-10, and make the playoffs. Like, doesn't really help you.
Mo made. I'm just gonna piggyback. This is again something I was gonna say. So let's just say.
So once you say that, let me go and then.
I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
All right. So like I understand Ben's or Shiz's philosophy, but I don't think it works in this situation. Like he's saying, go as far as you can get that experience, so it helps you later on.
So hold on,
I think
one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Most of these guys are getting cut anyway, so this playoff experience don't matter.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, so who's getting cut? That matters.
Who's playing that matters?
Who's playing that matters outside of 2 or 3 guys?
The only person that's not playing is Dak and a few of the offensive linemen, but everybody else is playing.
Okay.
And they might get cut.
Who's getting cut though? Like that? Is Demarcus Lawrence getting cut or
cut everybody on the team?
They can't afford to cut DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, they overpaid for him.
Is CeeDee Lamb getting cut? Gallup? Like, who's getting cut?
I don't know who's getting cut.
This is what I'll say, right? There's a high chance that Andy Dalton is not the quarterback next year, right? That's fair to say.
Pretty much a certainty.
What playoff experience does it help if it's CeeDee Lamb catching the ball from Andy Dalton when Andy Dalton's not throwing the ball next year in the playoffs? That chemistry, that doesn't do it. That has nothing to do with anything.
Or Zeke running behind a line that isn't even going to be playing like this next year.
You still go through like all the preparation and you get the experience of a playoff game. You can't say a playoff game versus a regular season game.
I'm not going to say anything else.
I'll say this, right? You can't say a playoff game is the same as a regular season game. You can't. No. But at the same time, these playoff games will be played with no fans in the state. Like, so even if you have a road game, it's not even like you're getting true road playoff experience.
Yeah.
You're getting true like road travel experience, but it's not true. This is not true playoff experience. I'll say that. That's all I'll say. Like this, if of all times not to get playoff experience, this is the year. I'll say.
Yep.
But continue, Tahim.
All right. So like I understand what Shiz is trying to say. It's get that experience so you can build off that for next year. But the issue is a lot of those players won't be on that team. Like I just think that the Dallas Cowboys are underachieving to a point that Jerry does not like, and he will go in and gut that team. You're right. He will keep. He's not going to cut Lamb. He's not going to cut Gallup. He's not going to cut Amari. He might trade him, but he won't cut him. You know what I mean? But to Mo's point, Andy's not going to be throwing those guys the ball. And Andy's been to the playoffs. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't correlate. It doesn't mesh. And the Dallas Cowboys have picked good guys in the later rounds. But again, like Mo was saying, you want more control because you have a whole lot more holes now. Like that whole defense is terrible. That whole back end. So let's just say you guys did get the 3rd or 4th pick. You could actually trade out of that pick and maybe get 2 other first rounders and build on the team, and fill more of those holes in the later rounds because you guys can apparently draft good in the later. In the later first half of the first round. So I just think the Dallas Cowboys are thinking really, really, really short-sighted. Like they're trying to go to the Super Bowl this year. Like the organization is trying to go to the Super Bowl this year, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Correct.
It's like I said, it's just like I understand.
Hey, they're playing chess, not checkers, man. They're playing checkers, not chess.
The team is just not built
the Cowboys is that one thing I could definitely say for the Cowboys is the Cowboy. Like I don't really trust draft position, but the Cowboys do pick well.
Yeah, it's Will McClay.
Yeah, the Cowboys draft well, so that's that's something you can like hang your hat on. Yeah. Is not regardless of where you're positioned at, the Cowboys draft well. So the better the pick, the better it should turn out. Outside of Morris Claiborne, who couldn't write his name.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I feel like he got a 1 or a 0 on his Wonderlic test.
Yeah. So, that Wonderlic test was like
I think Will McClay was in the bathroom when they were on the clock and Jerry just picked him. And he came back in like, what I missed? What's going on? Like, we got him? That's not me.
I just think Dallas is almost like in an unprecedented position right now because on paper, they should be a really good team, but it's just not correlating to the field.
But we had a chance to get a high draft pick with a good team.
Do something like you got to get that. Sometimes like Washington, right? They went out and they sucked really bad, so they got Chase, right?
Chase Young.
He is a game changer, locker room changer, environment changer. He's that type of person.
He ain't gonna be around at pick 37.
Yeah, like if Dallas, could you imagine if Dallas?
They also don't have a quarterback, so okay.
But that's not the point.
But I'm saying, like you're saying, Shiz, you either like Dak's going to be there next year, right? 100%. So you guys got a quarterback. So if you get like a game changer, like if it was like a Chase on a defensive line or a linebacker that's a game changer, that team will almost be unstoppable.
Or a franchise left tackle.
That team would almost be unstoppable. Like I just think what your philosophy is, it just does not correlate to this team right now.
You said it right. You said it right. It's short-sighted.
I understand your side. Like, don't think I don't understand what you're saying. I just think that for like the veteran players on that team,
veteran players don't need practice and experience.
You're going out there to get your ass kicked every week. You're training and you're lifting all these weights and you're going through all these drills just to lose.
But you're going to be back better next year.
Mentally, that has an effect on you as well. You can't say that it doesn't.
It doesn't. You getting paid millions of dollars,
and you're going to be back next year.
Okay.
I'm just
just losing doesn't have enough. Okay.
I'm not saying losing out. All right. So this is all right. So I'm just gonna.
It's a plan. Like you're not losing.
I'm not losing just to lose.
Yeah, it's not like lose out and still.
No,
a lot of these veteran players are going to be like, yo, fuck this rookie. He's here to take my job.
No, but that's not the point. All right. You know what?
Play harder and win the game.
Okay, that's what I'm just saying.
But y'all not winning games though.
We are.
Sadly, we are. You know what? I think we should just
talk in a whole circle.
Y'all went on a streak and beat other teams in the NFC East. I'm talking about like y'all are not beating real teams.
Listen, man. I don't know. If it's me, I would prefer to lose out. Like I'm not like your last 3 wins are against non-contenders. Like they're not. The last 3 wins aren't experience wins.
Went down to Jerry's World. That'd be an entertaining game. That's how y'all are playing right now.
Yeah, like so your last 3 wins are the Eagles, who are decimated by injury, the 49ers, who are decimated by injury, and the Bengals, who are decimated by it. Like you beat kind of 3 injury overloaded teams.
You beat backup quarterbacks because was Jalen Hurts in for the Eagles at the time?
Yeah. Hurts, Nick Mullins, and whoever.
We beat backup quarterbacks. Listen, guys, we don't even need to stay on the subject because honestly, you two guys made a lot of my points. I'm just gonna say, the plan doesn't even work anymore. We won too many games as it is. I've made my point crystal clear numerous times.
Let me ask you this: you think how much better do you think you guys will be next year?
But see, that's
a lot better.
No, I need numbers.
No, but
what do you think your record's going to be?
It's hard to say. Depends on who we get on. At defensive coordinator, Kellen Moore might be.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors.
A lot of variables.
There's a lot of factors.
So Shiz, let me ask you this then. I'll put it this way. This is even better since you said defensive coordinator. How much experience are you getting if you get a new defensive coordinator who comes in and changes the whole scheme of what you're running?
Thank you.
You still have your head coach who's a part of the process of developing a game.
That head coach is bad, bro.
I understand that, but if you're running an entire new defensive scheme, what are you taking?
It doesn't necessarily have to be entirely different. It can be the same system, but just different technique or whatever.
But you get technique from the position coach, not the defensive coordinator. He comes up with the scheme.
The coordinator is going to bring in his own position coaches.
I agree, but let's say this is what I'll say, because we have the great Todd Bowles, who's crazy and runs the craziest, worst defensive scheme that I've ever seen. But anyway, if you get your hands on Todd Bowles somehow next year, right?
He's going to flip.
Because he was.
That's what I'm saying. So anything you've learned prior is a wrap. It doesn't matter. Like that's what I'm saying. So like, I understand what you're saying, and you want to win to get experience, but it's like this business changes so fast. Is trying to get experience with these guys that great when you know there's going to be a huge, not a huge change, but it's going to be some turnover based on, like you said, between drafting, the needs you have, the money you'll have, like there's going to be change. So like it's trying to get experience that great. Like I feel like I'll say it like this: the Bills, like the Bills. That's great experience. They're not going to the majority of their change is going to come through the draft. They're not really going to be releasing too many guys or signing a lot. Like that core is going to stay there. I feel like the Cowboys is going to be like a complete shift of a lot of these guys are gone. Like a Sean Lee. Like this is it. Like this is it for a Sean Lee. This is it for key guys on that team. I feel.
But what about last year when the Bills made the playoffs? They kind of came into the season like ready. That I think that experience that they had last year kind of helped propel them for this year.
Did they have? Hold on. Let me.
They didn't have a massive haul on.
Wait. Did they have their starting quarterback? Did they have all their linemen? Did they have all their players healthy? Like they're all their contributing players healthy? So they had the whole team. Okay, so they had the whole team to gel, right? At the skill positions, right? Their coaching staff, there was no turnover, right?
So there
you go. No, there you go then.
Yeah. No, but that's not the end of the point. Like that, okay, they did that, but that doesn't mean that can't apply to what the Cowboys are doing.
Oh, we don't have any of that though.
A lot of the
name one similarity besides the fact that you get experience playing a game.
We have players out, but we also have about 65% of the players that will be on the team.
Well, if you want to evaluate, we can do that in the summertime.
So
in training
I'll say this about so this is what you say about like a team like the Bills, and this is where I guess it goes into you might as well just lose out to get. So the Bills, they had the run that they had. They couldn't improve that team through the draft. They needed to trade for a Stephon Diggs. Like there is no help later. Like you need to at that point, once you get to that level of all right, we're competing in the playoffs. Unless you have a high draft pick, I don't know if you're going to find the help you need. Like the Bills, for instance, like you said, they won, they got to the playoffs. We need a receiver.
Okay. And they made a trade. We can make a trade too. Like it doesn't necessarily mean we have to draft a player. We can trade that pick for somebody else, like a safety or a corner or something. Like we're not limited. We shouldn't handcuff ourselves to a rookie draft pick by losing out on all of these games. Because like I said, the experience, in my opinion, has helped propel the Bills they look like they're a threat.
They are, but that's what I'm saying. They're a threat because the guys that got experience stayed there. Like your key cog, the person that touches the ball every single time.
They actually played. They weren't hurt the whole year.
The person that's touching the ball every single snap will be back next year.
The quarterback played the whole season.
I understand that, and the guys that will be
their line were healthy the whole season.
The guys that are coming back, Dak and the offensive line, they have playoff experience.
So it's all about playoff experience.
It's not with his coach. It's about.
But McCartney has playoff experience with the Packers.
What does that have to do with the Cowboys, though?
Because you just said
you said he has experience.
You just about the team together. All right, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like the Cowboys, as a collective, they have playoff experience. But the experience they're about to get, if they did make the playoffs,
it's gonna be bad experience.
It's gonna be everybody having not bad experience.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Everyone's gonna have separate playoff experience. Like you have.
So you would just prefer no experience at all? Just everybody go home.
I mean, go home.
It doesn't I don't think it translates. Like Mike McCarthy having playoff experience with Aaron Rodgers doesn't relate to Mike McCarthy having playoff experience with Andy Dalton, which doesn't relate to Mike, which doesn't relate to Mike McCarthy having playoff experience with Dak.
He doesn't even have any experience with at all with Dak. And if they go in and lose in the playoffs, if they lose badly, you're telling me they're going to walk out of the stadium and be like, you know what, we got to the playoffs and it was great. Or they're going to hold on, let me finish. So you're going to walk out and be like, oh, everything's great. No, they're going to walk out and be like, we just got our asses handed to us because they're human beings. They're going to be like, yeah, we just got our asses handed to us by a better team. I don't care if it was a learning experience. This isn't an after school special. It's not like, oh, well, we tried our best. We get an A for effort. We made the playoffs. It doesn't look at it like that. This is about, yes, you made the playoffs, but 5 years from now, is anybody going to care about that NFC East championship?
That's not what I'm arguing. I'm not.
Then what are you arguing? If we lose in the first round, and have nothing to show for it, what are you saying? I'm arguing
about the experience of a playoff football game. You don't get to play those.
But that's not playing
year.
those.
Okay, but 65% of the team is.
But they're going to be playing with Dak
under a head
offensive
coach that will be back next season. Under a head coach that will be back next season.
They might cut a lot of that team.
I don't know, man. This topic kind of.
I think playoff experience without your starting quarterback, it
means nothing.
It means nothing. It means
in the long run, it means nothing.
If you say it means nothing, then we'll just have to agree to disagree. Because I
just don't think it I don't think it translates over
not long term
to the next season. I feel like roulette, like where a lot of people think in roulette just because it's red 5 times it has to be black instead of just looking at each spin as an individual spin.
Which is, listen,
we'll agree to disagree.
Hold on. Here's the overall issue with, see, your side of it is experience. My side is metrics. So the experience and the feel of a playoff game is your thing. My thing is, it means nothing in the long run. In 5 years, an NFC East title means diddly squat. It's like, well, no, it means nothing. It literally means nothing. So it's a pretty banner up there, and we can go see it and take pictures of it, but that does nothing.
I don't give it. They don't have to even give us a banner. I don't care about that.
Oh, okay, so we made the playoffs and lost in the first round. Great. So hold on, let me make my points. So the thing is, I went online and I got the aggregate percentages of draft picks in the first round, percentages of players that A, would make the Pro Bowl, or B, starting contributing players in 5 NFL seasons. I went to, I love Pro Football Focus. I did Bleacher Report. I did Dallas Fort Worth. They did something in 2018. So it's 2 years removed, but our drafting was still good overall back then. So that's fine. A couple others. All right. So picks 1 to 15, the aggregate score is between 70 and 73% that they will either have made the Pro Bowl or be a contributing member of the team. Now it jumps up to 18 or 19 for some reason after that. I don't know why. 18, 19 on to the end of the second round, it goes to 51 to 53% in a matter of 3 to 4 picks. So yes, I think what you're saying is, we got Zach Martin here. Well, that was before 18, so it's a high percentage. So we got Travis Frederick would be the only example I would be like, okay, Shiz, you're making a good point with that. That I feel like would be a testament to Will McClay's draft acumen. Not, we can just find a guy. No. Then it really becomes a crapshoot. Then it really starts, and the numbers, by the way, go down and down and down after that. So we're just talking about first rounders here.
Before you go, I think a part of my thinking is because we do have Will McClay. That's a part of my reason.
I have agreed with you 100% on that. Like, I had to Google him years ago. I'm like, when did Jerry stop picking, and when do we start? And it started in 2010. Des Bryant was the last pick that Jerry Jones said, literally, I want him. We're going to take him. That's fine. Every pick after that was been facilitated. Will McClay's been on the staff since the late 2000s, but he actually was in charge of the drafting since then. And then the only other time they had an argument was when Jerry wanted Manziel. And we got Zach Martin instead. So no, I agree. It's all about Will McClay, but now my point is this. So if we're agreeing on Will McClay, why not give him the best possible shot? I mean, if he made Travis Frederick on a 51% chance of success, what do you think he could do with a 75% chance or an 80% chance? He might give us our franchise left tackle for 10 years, and Tyron Smith is going to be gone after this year. And if he does come back, he's going to be a shell of himself, which he already was. So I've been saying, hey, listen, we're going to pay that. It's all about chess. It's not about checkers. I don't care about the one move. I don't care about this season. Dak Prescott we're gonna sign Dak Prescott, or most likely. Okay, so what does he need? He needs line help. What does Zeke need? Zeke is horrible now because he doesn't have a good line and he's a bonehead. But the one thing we can help is the line. We need to draft linemen to rebuild the line. The problem with it is the farther back in the draft you go, the lower probability of success you will have. I'm about numbers. I'm about metrics. I don't care about, we won. I'm not a gambler. I'm not a gambling man. I hate to lose more than I love to win. That is a scientific fact. So if you tell me we might get something in the third round, I'll tell you you're crazy. Give me a top 6 pick. And then if we still lose, I'll be like, hey, but the probability was higher. All I care about is the number. So for us to have a chance, and I'm not saying go out and lose every game. It's almost like we're not tanking. I'm just saying at least have it in the back of your head. Like, listen, man, we don't need to make the playoffs this year. Like this was the perfect year. It's a COVID year. Teams are all over the place. Teams are in flux. Don't have a quarterback. We don't have a left or right tackle right now. We don't have a center. Like, we don't have Zach Martin now. Like, this was the perfect season to just kind of, okay, if we look good in the loss, okay, fine. And we did look good in 1 or 2 losses. It was, all right, we can evaluate talent like that. That's the season. This was the season to do it, not make a push for the playoffs. Because, okay, so if we go to the playoffs and Zeke blows out his knee in the playoff game, where are you going to be then? Oh, let's trade him. Okay, he's not going to be worth a fucking shit on a Buffalo nickel at that point. So, or no, hold on. So if another, or if Stephon Diggs, the guy that you love, blows out his ankle and is fucked over. Oh, so he ain't worth the shit on a Buffalo nickel now either. Or if CeeDee Lamb goes out and gets hurt in the playoff game, he ain't worth shit on a Buffalo nickel either. My point is this. It's not necessary this year. I'm a huge Cowboy fan. God rest his soul. My father raised me and my sister to be Cowboys fans. I will never say the Cowboys are, I want the Cowboys to lose forever. I'm just saying today I would rather have seen them take this season as a learning experience. I could give a good, lovely fuck about one playoff game. If somebody goes out there and gets hurt, the people that were saying the playoff game was real important are going to look bad at that point, because then I'm going to be like, dude, we shouldn't have been here in the first place. We could have been evaluating this talent before. We cut who we need to cut in the offseason, and then we move on. Then we move on at full strength next year when we have a legitimate chance. Because like Todd said, on paper every year, they're like world beaters, man. So imagine if we come back with our franchise left tackle next year, or franchise center, or a pass rusher, or even like, Kyle Pitts from Miami. You know what I mean? Like what if we came back even stronger than before with a blue chip that Will McClay got? Imagine that for a second. Or we're going to roll the dice on the 25th pick. Oh, if we didn't hit, okay, it was the 25th pick. If we hit, he's a genius. So he's in a great position. He's in a no lose position. You know what I mean? If he misses, it's Will McClay. He'll be fine. And if he hits, he's a genius. So that really doesn't prove anything. Like I don't know. Like I'm a numbers guy. I'm a metrics guy. Our key position players we didn't have this year. We don't have our bookend tackles, and we didn't have our quarterback, and we didn't have a center, and we didn't have a guard. So basically, and Connor Williams is a pansy. So, and he's a bust, too. He was a panic pick, but he was a bust. And once again, Shiz, I respect you, and I this is purely football, but we can just agree to disagree on it, man. Like I don't think if we look back in 5 years, if we lose this playoff game, it's not going to mean anything. But if we got a game-changing left tackle or a game-changing pass rusher, we will have looked back 5 years from now and be like, dude, we lost a lot, but look what we got out of it. We lost a lot, but look what we got out of it. Zeke, we got out of that year when Tony Romo hurt his collarbone. We got that out of it. Okay? That worked out very well. I never said he wasn't talented. He's a bonehead, but he's not. He's very extremely talented. So we could have looked at it like that. Like, damn, we lost a lot, but look what we got out of it. Not let's roll the dice on the 28th pick and maybe we get it, maybe we don't. That's all I'm saying, man. I was playing chess, not checkers. I'm trying to think 5-6 years down the line.
I'm playing chess, not checkers either.
No, but you want to win today. That's not. That's not. You want to win today and tomorrow. So you want to have your cake and eat it too. No. You want to win today and you want to win tomorrow.
Round of applause for the Cowboys, man.
I'm just trying to get some clarification. Like,
moving on. Tampa Bay, 6.5 point favorite.
I think we're going to have to adjust things because you guys sucked up 45 minutes.
Yeah, this will be short. The Bucks have clinched, baby. We're
so are y'all eligible for the 2 seed, or are y'all comfortable at the 3?
No, we're not eligible at all because the Saints are winning the division.
Oh, true. That's right.
So yeah, we're just in it. Yeah. No, get. I'm sure most guys won't play much. They may, I don't know, they may give him a half or something like that. But this is easy day at the office.
Yeah, I would honestly just say skip to the MVP.
All right. Well, we do kind of got to talk about so Eagles and the Washington football team. Are you on board with just Washington just winning the game, putting us both out of our misery?
Yes, but I don't know if they're gonna win. I don't
know if they're gonna win either.
I don't know.
Eagles will win that game.
The way that they looked versus Carolina, I just don't know.
And I think the Eagles, regardless, I think they would love to ruin at least you get some joy out of doing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they still have something to play for. Like, they still have something to get up for. Like, hey, we can make this team be at home just like we are. So that's something to play for. So I don't think it's going to be just an easy game where Washington can just go out there and just roll them over and win the game easy.
Yeah, and depending on if Alex Smith plays,
I don't think he's playing. They already named that third guy the starter.
They named him the starter already. I
didn't see that. Heineken.
I know he was like practicing, but I didn't see if Alex Smith was like officially ruled out. But we'll see. Moving on, the Jaguars have officially clinched the #1 pick. Trevor Lawrence is more than likely going to Jacksonville unless he pulls like a John Elway or Eli Manning. Like, I'm not going here. I think it's good for the Jags.
I think it's good for them too because they already have a running back in place.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of cap
some receivers.
Yeah, they got a lot of cap space. They can start to rebuild that defense. I mean, they're in a really good position. I feel like.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for them because they had a really good roster, and then they had Blake Bortles, which kind of like held everything back, which caused everybody to win out.
Yep.
So now it's kind of like you were forced to rebuild because you made a horrible mistake taking Blake Bortles.
I think they held on to him for like way too long because I mean the first season he showed you that he wasn't ish, but then they kept him for like 2 additional seasons.
Yeah, but I think Jacksonville benefits from 2 things. First off, because with knowing you're getting Trevor Lawrence, now you're going to get top flight coaching candidates as well, which is another change. But they get top. They're going to get.
They might get Bieniemy now. I mean,
you can get Bieniemy. Like I know,
and that's somewhere that Bieniemy could go to. Like he would, why not go there?
Yeah, and you start talking about like I know he's a candidate. Urban Meyer came up.
I was going to say they might get some college. They might get some college guys now. Like Lincoln Riley might be lured out now for him.
Yeah, somebody may take the chance if they know that they're going to be drafting Trevor Lawrence as their first pick to start it out. Like I'm willing to like. If this is where I'm going to start my job at, like, all right, I'll take this chance because I know I'm at least getting the elite quarterback to start.
Yeah.
But they might beat the Colts still.
Yeah.
Because they've locked up one, so they might still go out there and try to ruin their season.
I did see the Jags interview Jerry Reese, the former Giants GM, for the job. So they're still going to do Giants things. Like that would be an awful hire, in my opinion.
How do you go from Tom Coughlin to Jerry Reese?
I mean, the connection is there, but all right. So with the Jets, they're either going to be, I think they're going to be picking second or third. Do you keep Darnold and possibly trade back, or do you take
a mock draft that they got that they take if they get number 2, they take the kid from BYU, Luke Wilson or something like that?
Yes, I'm starting to see that too.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's
not that.
What?
Yeah, no. Either you go for Lawrence or you keep Sam Darnold.
And you just build around that pick, or you can trade out of that pick and get a bunch of other picks.
Well, yeah, because you got to look at
what Miami did.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. And they, right now they're actually in a fantastic position because the draft order for 1, 2, 3 would be, it'd be Lawrence, Fields, and then Penei Sewell from Oregon, which is a left tackle. But they have Mekhi Becton, who has been doing really, really well this year. So you basically are in a situation where it's like, all right, well, I don't need a quarterback. I don't need a left tackle, but plenty of teams need quarterbacks. Plenty of teams need left tackles. Like, y'all come to me with offers, and then you trade back and go get like a guy, like I said, like Kyle Pitts. If you give Darnold like a Kyle Pitts, he's like a grown man. He's like a Kittle out there. Like, he's a grown man playing with college kids. Like, he flashes all the time on the screen. Or you go get, the pass rush from Miami's real good. Like the Jets are in a good spot, but they're the Jets, so they're probably
gonna fuck this
they'll pick a kicker with a top 10 pick, and
yeah.
I think the Jags are in a better position because they need less, because the Jets need everything. Like they're going to need running back.
Oh yeah, but they're getting Trev though, so they're getting Trev, so they're Trevor Lawrence, so they want the Jags. All the Jags troubles are over, at least for the next couple of years.
But I'm saying the Jets. I said the Jags are in a better position than the Jets.
Yes,
they
are.
Much a lot more.
Yes, much better position. And now whenever Trevor Lawrence goes, like Snell said, like the coaches are going to come calling. Like before that phone wasn't ringing.
I think Justin Fields played himself out of that solid number 2 position.
Absolutely.
Because of his last game. And it's really going to be, I mean, it's all going to be dependent on how he plays in the college playoff, because he played like trash his last game.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I think a lot of that is just I think it's just media. Like they played he didn't play a great game, but it wasn't nothing to play for. And some lack of better words to me.
It wasn't like the whole season.
Exactly. It was just like if I don't play, we're going to win this game still.
Yeah.
So But I think the college playoff, this is the real resume builder for him. So he needs to come and play well.
And quarterbacks is like, if Blaine Gabbert and Christian Ponder can go high in the first round, then Justin Fields is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
That man's going to be just fine.
All right, moving on. MVP race, to me, it seems like Aaron Rodgers is definitely the favorite. Of course, there's Mahomes, and you got Derrick Henry as well. If I had a vote, I would pick Aaron Rodgers. And it's pretty amazing how, they drafted Jordan Love, and then that pissed him off to the point where he just goes out and wins an MVP the following season. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to win. Patrick Mahomes is sitting out this week. The Packers could still they can possibly lock up the 1 seed, possibly. So I think they have everything to play for. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to keep on throwing touchdowns, and I think he's going to lock up the MVP this week for sure.
I think the same thing. I think he's got it by a long shot. At this point, it's his to lose. I don't think they'll give it to Henry just because he's a back.
Yeah, I think Henry. Really, I think if Henry wanted the shot last week when they played the Packers, he needed to rush for like 200 plus yards.
That was his shot.
Yeah, and they needed to win. Like that was his shot to get it, and then
that'd have been his marquee game, probably his career up to that point.
Because I honestly feel like Dalvin Cook is a better running back than Derrick Henry, because Dalvin Cook actually sat out like 1 or 2 games, and he's still right behind him in rushing yards.
Well, he leads, and he sat out 2 games. He still leads the league in yards from scrimmage, total yards from scrimmage, after sitting out 2 games. Yeah, there's no argument there. I like Dalvin Cook better than Henry. I definitely think that if the Packers didn't have to clinch, then I'd say it probably would be a tighter race. As much as I don't like Aaron Rodgers for his off the field attitude and his lack of leadership qualities, I can't deny he's had a good season. He's had a real good season. I mean, I think in this day and age, like for any other position but a quarterback to win MVP, because it's such a quarterback-driven league, you're going to have a truly, truly transcendent season. Correct me if I'm wrong, AP was the last back to win the MVP when he almost broke Eric Dickerson's record that year. Like, that was after he got that real bad injury too. So, like, for anybody else besides a quarterback to win, like, you're going to have to just be so much better at that position than everybody else. And like you guys are saying, like, you're taking Dalvin Cook over this guy, and then he had his chance to have his like statement game as a football player and be like, well, I am the MVP because look what I just did in the snow. It looks good on television, and I did it versus Aaron Rodgers. Like, that was his moment, and he squandered it. So it's discount double check time again, man.
So the Seahawks are 11-4, Packers are 12-3, Saints are 11-4. The Packers beat the Saints, so I would imagine they have the tiebreaker over them. Mm-hmm. The Seahawks, I guess, are still in contention for the 1 seed. The Seahawks are hosting the 49ers. They are.
It's at home, Shiz?
No, it's on the road. I'm sorry.
It's
It's at the 49ers, and I think they're a 6.5-point road favorite. The Bears are at. The Packers are at the Bears. Packers are 5.5-point favorite. The Bears will be playing with everything they have because they simply just need to win and get in.
Yeah.
So that'll be a great game for Aaron Rodgers to prove that he's the MVP. So definitely something to watch.
I think if they lose that game,
oh God.
No.
If the Bears lose that game, it's going to be a.
No. If
the Packers lose, yeah.
If the Packers lose that game, I don't think you can give Aaron Rodgers the MVP because he didn't show up in clutch time.
And he did get manhandled by the Bucks too.
Yeah, because
I think he'll win it just because whatchamacallit, the second place candidate, Mahomes, doesn't have to play for anything.
Yeah, so, he's already been rolled out.
Yeah,
he's not even playing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why they might.
What about Leroy Jackson?
Who? He's not even on the ballot.
That sounds like a created character.
Leroy, no, come on, man. You know they messed up. They meant to name him Leroy, and it came out Lamar.
Okay. All right. Anything else left in football? No? All right. Round of applause. All right, moving on to the NBA real quick. We've had some surprising starts. Orlando Magic, they're 4-0. Atlanta Hawks, 3-0. Sacramento Kings, 3-1. And this is not too much of a surprise. Indiana Pacers, 3-1. Victor Oladipo seems to be back to his old self. He's been playing a lot.
Yes.
This is the best ball he's been playing since that injury.
Yeah, I think he had. I think his last game is the only game he's had over like 16 points or something like that. Like he hasn't been great to start. He looks healthy. He looks healthy, which is good, but he's still not. I don't think he's 100% back yet. I still think he's a little tentative about that injury. So that's my thoughts. But he's been all right.
And some of the bad starts, the Toronto Raptors 0-3, Washington Wizards 0-4, Houston Rockets 0-2. I would expect Toronto to get things together. They play my Knickerbockers next. We're 2-2. We're battling. So but no, I think the Raptors to get it together. Wizards, I'm not sure. I thought they, Beal and Westbrook, I thought they would be a pretty good tandem, but just to start off 0-4 is not a good sign.
Yeah, that Westbrook, he's becoming the black hole of the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're witnessing like the end of Russell Westbrook. Like I feel like in a few years, like within like 5 years, I don't know if he's even going to be in the league. Like I feel like we're starting to witness the decline now.
And this is not a jab at Shiz's boy, but he might be the next Melo.
Oh boy,
no! I just think
because I think it's gonna get to a point where he just wants to be in the league, and he's gonna be like, "Nah, I'm a starter." And like, "Nah, you can come off the bench." He's like,
I think like now, like I think he's there though. I don't think he's Melo, but I think now is the time that he may want to start looking at. Let me take a little bit less and get to a winner. Like now is like if I'm him, now is the time. Like you know what.
I'm going to the Wizards I'm going to Golden State for the league minimum.
Like let me get out of this contract. Like let me get out, and then let me just take a medium contract and go to the Heat. Yeah, or let me get out of this current contract and get to a contender.
Yeah, or he could price himself right out of the league the way he's going.
Yeah, he may play through this contract, like play this one out with I don't know how many years he got left or whatever with the Wizards. But after this contract. Yeah, after this contract.
Oh, geez, it's 3 more years.
2 more years after this year. So
okay. I was about to be like, Lord.
Yeah, like after this contract, like he can play this one out, getting his full money. But after this contract, let me just get with a winner. And
the thing, like it's not like he doesn't play hard. So if he's going to take that route, I think he needs to get out of that contract. Like
Exactly. Like hopefully, like it's like this year, next year, and like a player option. Like I'm opting out.
Yeah.
Like I'm
because he might hurt himself. Playing as hard as he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's physical.
the thing is, he's had 3 triple doubles in the first 4 games, but they're meaningless stats if they're losing. So
Yeah, and his body is like his own worst enemy when you play like that. You can't possibly hope to sustain this. Like he's already had multiple surgeries. He's already showing signs of like the style of play is fatiguing with him. So I don't know. I mean, do you guys think he'll be in the league in 5 years?
If he doesn't,
5 years, yeah, I think he'll be so. Just from an experience standpoint, I think he would be around.
I don't know.
It's tough, man.
It won't be in this capacity. It won't be
no.
Capacity, no.
Yeah, because
and not even at the money that he's getting.
No.
Yeah, because he's like one injury away from like literally being out of the league because he can't shoot. Like he can't do anything else. His game is all athleticism. Like when Tracy McGrady like got hurt, he was still able to stick around a little bit because he was able to shoot. Same with like Penny Hardaway a little bit. Like Grant Hill, he was able to stick around a little bit. But Russell, his game is all athleticism. Like, yo, I'm going to run down this court as fast as I can and dunk the ball. And if I can't do that, he can't shoot at all. So it depends. Like if he stays healthy, he'll be around. But I don't know. Like it's just like you don't see him aging gracefully. Like Rajon Rondo, he's older, but he knows so much about the game. Like he could just fit on a roster.
And he can shoot now too.
A little bit, yeah. But with Westbrook, it's just like weird. Like even with Melo, like Melo is not a starter anymore, but he can shoot. So
he can shoot. That's why he's still here.
He's gonna stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, well, the smart players adapt. The smart players evolve and adapt because that's the key to longevity in any field or any.
But it's like okay, Westbrook has been in the league like probably like 10 years.
10 years,
and his jump shot hasn't improved in the slightest. So that's like
it's not worse.
Well, no, because he chose to rely on his athleticism, and that's like a hot chick relying on her good looks. But once they fade, what else you have? You literally, if you have nothing to fall back on, you're going to fall off a cliff. You're not going to gracefully bow out. It's going to be when the end comes. It's not going to be good.
Yeah. So we'll see. But round of applause to the NBA and my Knicks.
Okay.
So he owns the Cowboys and the Knicks.
I own the Cowboys and the Knicks.
He's in a partnership on the Cowboys because if he ran the Cowboys like he ran the Knicks, we'd be selling cotton candy and nothing else out of that place. We have to move that damn team. He'd pay everybody. He'd sign everybody to a $37 contract.
The Knicks, man. Man,
all right. So what do you say for the Knicks for the season then?
We ain't doing shit this year. Like we're not doing anything.
Stop it.
So do you think they should play hard? Or do you think they should, maybe get a bit of draft pick this year? What do you think?
We should have traded for Westbrook, in my opinion.
Why?
Why? We have no point guard. Our point guard is Alfred.
He's not a solution for the future. You're not in win now mode. You're in win maybe next decade mode.
Hey man, it's going to look real bad. Like, see, the Lakers won a championship, but imagine
we were horrible for 10 years.
Imagine if the Clippers just won a championship. That's what's getting ready to happen with Brooklyn and New York.
Brooklyn's not winning a championship.
They're probably. I think they would go to the finals.
But Dimwiddle's gone for the year. As soon as Dimwiddle went down, I was like, yeah, you can write this off. They don't got the depth now.
I don't trust. I trust the Nets if healthy, of course.
So this year is a scratch for them. Then
I trust the Nets more than any other team in the East. That's my opinion.
I like the Celtics because Celtics always got pieces. Man. They just got to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. They just can't get it together. They're missing something. I don't know what it is.
And I don't trust Milwaukee because Giannis still can't shoot.
I don't. Yeah. With a superstar, I would trust them hands down.
The Heat overachieved. I don't see them going back. Then you have like Toronto. Not good enough. I just think it's the Nets. Like I really do think it's the Nets. But
that's Toronto. They fucking fell off the cliff.
Yeah, we got a long season to go. But speaking of two former NBA players, like Master P was in the NBA for like Like or the preseason
Oh, yeah,
roster.
He was on the
Ready,
Raptors, right?
ready,
Wasn't he
ready.
playing on the Raptors?
Did he ever play in a regular season game? I'm not
I think
sure.
it was just a preseason game.
Yeah,
He played in the game. I don't think it was a regular season.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
So P. Miller and Baron Davis, all-star.
Nah, don't refer to him as his God-given name is Master P.
or Percy Miller.
That's
Pete Percy.
So they have joined forces to try to purchase Reebok. I think Reebok is currently owned by Adidas, actually, or something along those lines. The price tag is $2.5 billion. So I know Master P, he has a ton of money. Baron Davis played in the NBA a long time. I'm not sure he has
Master P money.
No, you don't. Master P gonna have to sell one of those gold toilets he got.
Yes. So
I sell a couple of those golden toilets that he got.
I think combined they might have like 5% of the asking price.
Yo, combined.
No, they should have more than that. 5%. They should have more
500 million combined.
Probably,
sure?
yeah.
How much? Master P got? I think Master P got like. Let's see what
Master P is caked up. He owns
all. P is worth like 300 million.
Yeah, he got all those potato chip companies and like all those car washes in the South and all that crazy
ramen noodles and shit.
Yeah, like he got the hip hop chips. Like, come on, all the kids. That's what the kids are eating right now.
He's only worth like 300 million.
Master P net worth is
$40.
Ice cream man.
200 million. 200 million.
That was off. Okay.
Considering he hasn't made a good song in 20 years, that's good.
It might not even be at 500 million because Baron Davis is not worth more than Master P.
Look up Baron Davis network.
Baron Davis might be worth 80 million.
I'd be surprised if he was worth 80, to be honest with you.
Worth about 50.
I'd say like 30, 25, 30.
60 million. Okay.
60. Okay.
So collectively,
good job, Baron.
Everything they possibly are worth is 260 million. So we only 2 billion short.
They're gonna have to partner up with Diddy or somebody to be like, go, let me
right.
They did Diddy, Oprah, Hov.
Yeah, let's get a black-owned conglomerate together and let's go get Reebok.
Dre, all these people. So
Dre going through that litigation right now. He might not have two nickels to rub together when this is all said and done.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, two black men trying to go after a big corporation, go for it. But of course, there's people that are they have their reservations because like if you think of Master P and them P Miller sneakers, they were kind of like not good. So.
It's not like kind of like them shit was hard.
And now he has.
I never saw him in real life.
I think
I never saw him in real life either. I only saw pictures of him.
Okay, good. I'm glad. That's a good.
And it looked like ice cream. Like the colors was mad vibrant. It looked like sherbet.
Now, I think they have a part. I think it was a partnership with Converse or something like that back in the day. God. Now he has the Maniati brand, and I saw a video of him.
Yeah,
wanting to do a versus of Maniati sneakers versus Jordan brand sneakers, and he was fully confident that he could win.
What's Mariati? What's Mariati?
I don't even know if you speak in English when you say that, bro. What'd you say?
I thought it was the Megan Thee Stallion song, the Badiati, but it was like
I thought you were talking about. I thought you said he bought Maserati. I was like, he bought a car company. Like, damn, he got that Scrooge McDuck money.
Yeah.
Damn,
it's called. Hold on.
It sounds like Malgadiati. Sounds Indian.
It is Master P's clothing brand. It is spelled Moneyaatti. Maniati brand. That's the collection of clothing, sneakers, everything else.
It's probably real. You probably see mad billboards of that down south. When I was in New Orleans, I didn't see any, but I bet mad people rock that down there.
No, they don't.
So
I hope they don't. Listen, I'm not saying I hope. I'm saying they.
So I think this is sorry to cut you off. I think this is what people get caught up in. Like, there's a such thing as like good fashion, and then there's a thing as just fucking fashion. Master P is on that just fashion because if you look at everything that he's designed or like sneakers, like they go off of another trend, and they're trash. Like they're never original. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're never original. Like, that's what you get when you get some of these brands. Like, a lot of them are just knockoffs of things that are bigger brands that are successful. Like, all right, so he wants to do a versus with Jordans. All those Jordans designs are original sneakers. Like, they didn't copy off of anything. Like, those are original sneakers. Like, and it just, I mean, Jordan just has a legacy behind it. Like, the sneakers, like, these sneakers came out when we were kids, and it's just like, you're never going to be able to beat this because you designed something that looks so much like something else. Like, like you got knockoff brands of like Balenciaga and all of them ugly ass moon boots and shoes and shit. Like, all that's trash.
Yeah.
Literally, like, there's no fashion sense whatsoever in that because it's not original. Like, and this is me personally speaking. Like, have you you've seen the like the Balenciaga boot shoes or where the fuck those are? They look like
socks.
They look like they were literally designed off of boat shoes. So somebody goes out and pays $5,000 for boat shoes you could have got at Target for $20,
and then people replicate that.
Exactly. So I mean, so people aren't even doing fashion a solid. They're fucking it up by buying this unoriginal bullshit.
Yeah.
So be original, man. Like go out and get something nice. And Kanye sneakers look like shit to me too, but that's another subject.
Yeah,
my biggest thing is that at the 2.5, 2.6 billion, is it worth the price tag? Like, you have such an uphill climb to battle Nike and Reebok and Puma.
But
they still have plenty of endorsement deals worldwide, and they still have plenty.
You're not trying to battle Nike. You're just trying to make your own space. You're not trying to carve out your own space. Like, they had a big endorsement deal with CrossFit, and CrossFit, is really, really big.
Yeah.
The thing that messed that up is, I think his name was Greg Glassman. Like, he said some racist shit, and he at the time ran CrossFit. So everybody literally dropped from him. Like, Reebok dropped, CrossFit, everything like that. So if they were to buy Reebok and just rebuild the brand, they could get those sponsorships back. But I think what's going to happen is, because like, if these two individuals rub two nickels together, they're not going to make up $2 billion.
That's my thing.
So they're going to have to get partners, right?
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a collective.
Yeah.
So if you do what Carl said, and you get like Diddy, Dre, and you get like Jay-Z, I think what's going to happen is they won't sell it to them. They will because they're all black guys. They're not going to want to get
I don't think so. I think so. Like everything else, I think the news is just a media story. So it's like when people said Jay-Z bought the Nets, which it's like that. Exactly. He was a 1% partner shareholder. But the headline looks better when you say Jay-Z bought the Nets it just looks better. I feel the same way about this. Like, this is already a group of like, they already have the group of people that are looking to buy Reebok, and Master P and Baron Davis are in that group. Okay, you two are the most famous people. You two you're the figureheads. You guys go out front. So it's not necessarily like those two have $2.5 billion to make. Like, they're not Steve Ballmer. Like, they're not making that like individual purchase. But I think they are. I think it'll happen, and then when it happens, you'll see Master P and Baron Davis sell their shares or sell whatever they had and get out.
So it's called a consortium in business. Like, there's a consortium, and they're the spokes. I don't know if you want to run with Master P as your spokesman, but whatever. I mean, but to Shiz, like, to your point of saying, like, is it worth it? It's almost like if you have that, it is a piece of the, like, one of the 2 or 3 biggest sports apparel. Like, they're have the official clothing and branding of the hottest thing in sports right now, which is UFC. They are the official apparel producer of that. So, and there's nothing hotter than UFC in the world. That's like what soccer is. Like, soccer's not big in America, but soccer dwarfs football in terms of the money that they bring in. And UFC is the first really like worldwide sport where everybody in every country can be represented. Every country. There's kids over there wearing Khabib shirts with Reebok on it in Dagestan, and the Conor shirts in Ireland, and you know what I mean? Like, so the Amanda Nunes shirts in Brazil. Like right now, Reebok represents a global brand more so than any other, even Nike, because once again, like they don't outside of the US. I mean, yes, overall Nike's the biggest, but like that global appeal, it's Reebok because they represent something that literally everybody watches all over the world. There's people overseas that watch UFC. They don't watch American football. They don't even care. They watch soccer because it's bigger over there, but they watch UFC though. Yeah. And I think it's a smart time to get in on that because maybe you could, as UFC gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you hitch your wagon to that.
So I want to say this happened like 3 months ago. So my favorite store is Walmart. So
that's what
I actually didn't know that.
Here we go.
Recently, like a couple months ago, all of a sudden they just started selling Reebok apparel, like shirts, boxers,
really?
Like sneakers and everything. So I'm like, are they on their way out or are they rebranding or what are they doing? Because usually like when it comes to like, you won't see like Nike clothing or sneakers in Walmart. You won't see Adidas in Walmart. So to see Reebok, it like caught me off guard. I was like, is this a good thing or is it a bad thing? I wasn't sure what they were trying to do.
I think it's because they lost CrossFit because they probably overproduced a lot of stuff, had a lot of stuff on stock, and they had to get it out of the warehouse somehow.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And like if you
if you're smart, anywhere to make money is an extra is money. You know what I mean? So and Walmart, look how many people go to Walmart. Why not do it? You know what I mean? Like it's a little less travel, but if it gets more revenue,
it's brand association.
But the thing is, like,
I see what you're saying with brand association. It's like lowbrow for being at Walmart. But maybe it could be like Team Jordan and Jordan. The stuff that they sell at Walmart is not going to be sold at the like Sports Authority or Dick's Sporting Goods.
So Reebok divisions.
Well, yeah, Team Jordan is under the Jordan brand, but it's it's not. You're not going to see it at Flight Club or anything.
Yeah, it's like Nike. It's not like what I'm saying.
And USPA.
Like, exactly, another great example. And if that's another revenue stream, that's smart business. Cater to that crowd.
So Polo actually owns that the other one?
Absolutely does. Just like Jordan owns Team Jordan. Absolutely.
I thought that was a straight up knockoff. I thought
it's
Ralph Lauren ain't letting that slide for 20 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I think that's smart. If that's what they did, I think that's actually really smart.
So like that's another thing that I noticed. Like there's USPA in Walmart now. There's Reebok. Of course, they always have like N1. So it's just like these brands that are like.
Did you have the Vince Carters back in the day? Yeah, I think you did.
Stop.
I mean, just like you said that thing about J.R. Ryder, I'm like 88 or 89% sure that it was either you or Coast that had those Vince Carter and1s. I'm 89 to 90% sure.
I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure Coast had a pair.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So maybe I'm thinking about Coast. Forgive me, Shiz. I can admit when I'm wrong. No problem.
I wanted those Dada Supremes, but I never got those. But
wait.
Y'all don't remember the
wait a minute
rims in them? Y'all remember those?
You wanted the Spreewells?
The Spreewells, the Dada Supremes.
Yo, that's shit.
Y'all know fashion, man.
Shit.
Now
we know. No, you know what, Shiz? Thank you for putting us on game.
Like it's nothing wrong.
Shiz, you
walk through the hallway to school like, yo, what's up?
You just tutored the students.
Yeah, but nah. So back to Walmart, like they have Reebok, USPA, N1. So it's kind of like to see Reebok in there, like really like caught me off guard because it's just like, are they stepping down or are they rebranding or what are they doing?
Or diversifying.
Yeah, or diversifying, whatever. Like in like Shaq's sneakers and stuff like that. Like that.
We're being real disrespectful to Reebok right now by putting Reebok in the same sentence as Dada and Shaq and N1.
But
I refuse to do that. I refuse. Shaq, Dada ain't getting a contract with the UFC. I don't care who's. I'm about to say something, bro. I don't care what favors are transacted. Like,
that's my point, though. Like, you put yourself in the store. You put yourself on the rack next to like Shaq's and N1.
Okay, but does USPA's stock hurt Polo stock? Does USPA having stuff in stores hurt Polo stock? Does You know what I mean? That's my point. No, because it's a different thing.
There's no separation.
But I'm sure when USPS first came out, there was confusion like, oh, well, no, that's it's going to hurt Polo because it's lowbrow, but it didn't hurt it at all.
I don't think
people see the difference.
Yeah, that, and I think a lot of it has to do with the pandemic. If you start talking about stores being closed, one of the few stores that stays open is like a Walmart,
which is my point. The diversification. No. Okay, Tahim.
I don't know if that's where it started, but that's where it lives.
Tahim, I think you need to take over. I think you need to take over for Anthony Fauci as our chief of the COVID.
I definitely think that's where it stays.
COVID and chief. Corona free. It's Corona
free.
I've confirmed.
That's the epicenter.
Yeah, it's definitely the epicenter.
That's the epicenter.
In medical terms, they call it the hot zone.
Yeah.
Walmart did not close at all during this. They stayed open.
Yeah, I think that has a part to do with those brands putting their clothes in there. As far as hey, if things are going to be shut down, this store is open all the time. Like when you start talking about mall, look at like a mall's hours or any like shopping center's hours. Like they close in New Jersey where we're at. You got to close at 8 or close at 10. Like Walmart is still rocking.
No, it's right. Let's supplement our income now.
Let me ask you this: since you are the head of Walmart marketing, did they call you to get these brands into the store, or did they just pop up?
Hey man, you know, I was on the email thread. I saw it.
Did you sign off on it?
I was like, oh shit, we got Reebok coming in. Okay, cool.
All right, moving on up.
Because I think she sent it to me and Charles, but the other it was me and Mo. But remember he sent us that picture, that big ass TV. It was like 85 inch.
Listen, man.
And I was like,
I didn't see that.
I do this because I already know it's gonna piss y'all off. So I do it every time I see one. So Walmart has this brand called On. It's ONN. So usually,
does it? I just have one question for you. Going? Does it come with a warranty?
I don't know.
Or it's when you walk out the store. The warranty is from the register to the end of the store.
So usually they'll have like 42-inch TVs, 50-inch TVs. Like 50-inch TV for like $200.
Oh, God.
This was like last week, and they had a 70-inch for like $400. So whenever I see something outrageous in Walmart, I always send it to the group chat just to alert.
This is where the deals are.
Like these are where the deals are.
Come over here.
Yeah. So I sit that TV. Deals. So I sit that TV, and the group chats went wild. Like they just couldn't believe that Walmart would stoop to this level.
Does the TV work?
Stop. So first, let me stop. The group chats always say, "What are you doing in Walmart?" No, for everybody's. Are you in Walmart? Yeah. No one is shocked by the low pricing. Nobody is shocked by their pricing methods.
So wait.
Yeah.
What's the depth of this though? Like, how often do you go to Walmart then? Like,
four times a week.
What could you possibly need
that
occurs 4 times in a week?
Groceries.
But how do you go through 4 days worth of groceries?
Like just
I don't do one trip.
You got like a Fallout pantry?
I don't do like one trip for like groceries for 2 weeks. Like,
okay, I got you.
Oh shit, I ran out of butter, or oh shit, I ran out of toilet paper, or
so you go to the hot zone.
I need some headphones, or like I'm just in there. It's literally the corner store for me. It's right there.
Are you like on a valued customer list? Like when you walk through?
Oh yeah, like platinum spender.
I do have a credit card for Walmart. So.
Oh God.
Listen, man. All I know is there's no need to be in there. That all.
It's a Visa card.
Okay,
actually,
4 days a week.
MasterCard.
I hope to God you just don't have a credit card that says Walmart on it.
You know what? That's going to if you did that's going straight to the Taliban. Like you funding ISIS with that.
Yeah, it's through.
That's going straight to Afghanistan Bank. So wait, I got a question. Now you're funding, you're like if that's the case, if Tahim was correct and you just said Walmart, I'd be like, I need to get off this. CIA, if you're listening, I do not have anything to do with this because they're gonna the boys with the badges on them gonna kick your door in any minute now. You were on their watch list for funding and aiding and abetting ISIS.
Nah, it's through Capital One. I've had it for like 8
Okay, fair enough.
All right, that's fair
But
enough.
I have a question about
That's
Walmart
legit.
real quick. So tell us one purchase that you purchased at Walmart that we would be surprised, like, yo, you bought this at Walmart that we wouldn't have, that we would be like, oh wait, I didn't even know they had that, or I didn't even know you
There's
bought that
nothing-
there. Like,
They have everything at Walmart, so I'm there's nothing.
Yeah, I'm about to
shocking.
say there's nothing you could be surprised.
there's literally nothing under the sun. I mean, I've been
Like-
to Walmart before, but like not all that much. And I live close to it, like maybe like within 10 minutes away, probably. I did go I do go like for like if I need like certain things out of the house like that I don't want to go to like the supermarket for, if it's like, because the supermarket's a little farther, yeah, like I don't go 4 days a week, but you know what I mean.
Nothing. I mean,
Do I need to drop your name when I get there and they're gonna let me in like a little special room that
yeah,
like
you go
got the premium products?
You go straight to the front of the line, brother.
But I want that on. I need that on TV, please.
Like,
Nah, man.
I mean,
them TVs will stay on them pallets, man, for the rest
No,
of
I'm
our
good. No,
generation.
You might turn the thing on and it never turn off.
it's going to take a minute to power up. It's going to take a minute to power on, probably.
Oh, it's probably got one of those old batteries that you like. Kids,
You know,
like your kids might have birth defects if you stand too close to it.
You got started with a lawnmower.
Like it was made in Chernobyl.
Lights might flicker when it turns on at
Oh
first.
yeah, no, that's good. That's that craftsmanship. That
Nah, but yeah, I get a bunch of stuff from there.
No, it is one time.
I mostly go there for grocery shopping because
okay, fair enough.
it's like name brand. Like it's literally like if I buy this Seagram's ginger ale from Walmart for $1, if I go to ShopRite, it's $1.75. So.
That makes sense what you're saying, and it's if it's that close to you, you know what I mean. I just don't want you putting yourself in harm's way that many times a week.
Good way to put hardworking businesses out of business. Good, thanks for that.
Damn,
Where I'm getting Seagram's ginger ale from, like
mom and pop shop.
I'm going to the convenience store, the groceries. Okay, I'm going to Walmart. I'll be back. I'll be over there tomorrow.
Yeah, he said like I'll be over there tomorrow. Just
Like it's a club. Like yo, you going to the club tonight? I'm gonna be over there tomorrow, man. Like it's New Year's Eve. I'm gonna be over there for the stroke of midnight. I'm gonna be up in there. They're gonna pop. They're gonna pop that non-alcoholic champagne. We're gonna be good.
All right. So round of applause to P. Miller, Baron Davis, Reebok, and Walmart.
Nah.
All right. So, fellas, 2020 has come and gone. Been a brutal year to say the least. As we're heading into 2021, you know, everybody has, you know, the typical new year, new me status thrown on one of their social media accounts. But you know, all of us here, you know, young successful people. So I want to talk about some of your goals that you have set for yourself and for your family, or for, you know, significant other, for you know, your family in general for 2021. Does anybody want to start? Want me to kick it off?
Listen, man, this time next year, I'm gonna be lifting with Tahim. That's the goal, man.
That's a good goal.
Eating weights and and waking up to breakfast protein shakes. That's gonna be my life.
Eat raw eggs like Rocky.
Exactly. Chasing down chickens.
Chasing down chickens.
Chasing down chickens in the streets.
Okay.
That's it. Just be healthy, man. Just try to be healthier.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the health, and, you know, the healthy part. That's if that was a goal. Of course, that's everybody's goal every single time. But it's like something you ain't doing now that you be wanting to doing at this time next year, pretty much.
For me, it's gonna be like it just 2020 was been fucking horrible. I'm a you know, I don't talk a lot about, you know, the shit that goes on in my life, because I always feel like there's somebody out there going through something worse. But for 2021, like I just gotta feel like I gotta be not a softer person, but I gotta be more aware of other people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a tendency, which is super bad, is to project how I am on the other people. So I hold people to a standard that I would live by, which is not always the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Because people's values are just different. Like, people just see things differently. So I can't hold like Charles or you guys to anything that, you know, like I might do. You know what I'm saying? Or the way that I might have heard something. I got to do that. I got to be, I got to get in line with my values. Like, I got to really hit home on the things that, you know, I hold dear to my heart, and then like not sway or not go left or right on those things. Stay straight on the middle with them, and be courageous in doing that. Because I think a lot of times, it might not even be peer pressure, but it's just the pressure of society. You know what I'm saying? Like society may get into your ear and say, well, everybody's doing this. Well, sometimes you got to, stand on your courage and be like, well, that's still not the right thing. I don't care if the congressman is a pedophile. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta stand on your morals, as I should say. I think more people should be doing that. Yeah, and just being, I'm always the person, like I always tell my friends I love them, like my friends, I always tell them I love them. But I always try to make myself available to them because you never know what's going on in somebody's life. So I just want to continue to do that, and not, continue to do that to like my friends, like you guys and certain others. But then outside of that, like it's like I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't give my time to you or be there for you because I have to make sure you guys are good and my other close friends are good. I can't spread myself too thin.
All right, cool. See, you want to go? You want me to go, or
sure, man? Yeah, definitely. COVID was, 2020 was probably the worst year I ever had, man, for a lot of reasons. And there was one. This is before a lot of the craziness happened. It was I was able to really get my health together because, I was working from home for like 4 or 5 months, and I really dedicated myself to losing weight and getting back, heart healthy. And so that was the one, if there was any silver lining to be had, it was like, yeah, I was able to lose a tremendous amount of weight and get back to like where I was years ago because I just turned like downtime into productive time. However, there is one thing that I fell back on, and I definitely think, me personally, I got to re-strengthen my relationship with God because, we all have hedges around us. It says in the Bible, there was a guy named Job, and long story short, the devil said, Job only loves you because there's a hedge around you. Metaphorically speaking, God, you put a hedge around him. You made him successful. He doesn't have any losses. No one died in his family. No, he's not sick. So if you remove that, he'll curse you. And obviously God removed the hedge, and he didn't. He remained steadfast. And that's a big lesson, because it's easy to have faith in God and say God is good all the time when things are good. Just like when you're winning on a winning team, everybody's friends and everybody's great and nobody's having fights. It's when times are bad that you got to stand on your faith. And my faith was rocked this year numerous times, one thing in particular. And, I still do Bible study every Thursday night, but the words started to lose their potency. And I stopped going for a while because I used to go, with my dad and tune in with my dad. But I finally got back to doing it. Even then, doesn't have the same resonance. But I've talked it over with my spiritual advisor, and we're going to work on a plan to really get back to that core value, because God has a plan all the time. God is good all the time. Once again, what's good for the goose might not be good for the gander. So you guys can not, fall in line with my belief system, and vice versa. But for me personally, that's what I need to do. I believe in God, I love God, but I really need to get back into my Bible and really, really get back and strengthen my faith to have in 2021.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
For me, really, it's just creating more like passive income, whether it's from like stocks or some type of online business or some type of some type of like extracurricular financial type of movement where I could just make money in my sleep. Like, of course, like you all work hard, you saving your 401k through your job and all this stuff, but if you really, really want to hit it big, of course, you want to do like, stocks or have some type of online business or something along those lines. So my goal is to get something like that going, not just, throwing a couple dollars here and there, but like seriously, like putting some serious bread into something and like really trying to create something that can like last for a while and, just make money at all times. So pretty much that's going to be my goal for 2021. Just like trying to make it big off something that I created like on my own, as opposed to like, working for somebody else all the time. And while I'm still going to do that, I want to try to start to set something up where I can be like, yo, this is me. And like it's making money while I'm able to do other stuff too. So I have a few ideas, but yeah, that's going to be my 2021 mission. So by this time next year, when I'm on a yacht in the Mediterranean, we can go back to this episode and say, "Yo, he said that."
Listen, man, when Spotify cut us that check, I'm like, listen,
Absolutely.
you called it, man. you called it.
Listen, God ain't gonna give us no money. He know we're gonna do it.
Yeah. If I hit it big, I'm definitely spending like 30 days in Las Vegas, man. Just
God. Okay, all right. Well, God ain't giving you the money.
And then
He wrote that down like 30 days in Vegas. No.
I'll be in Vegas for like 30 days, man. I'm just gonna be out there, sightseeing,
and then you're gonna be on a Lifetime original story. Like this. He went to the top to the bottom.
Like this man blew his whole savings in 30 days at Las Vegas.
Google out storage.
So, going off what Shiz said, like if we made it big, like the first thing I would do, like depending on how much the money was, I would take 10% of it, and I would give it. Well, I would save it until around Christmas time, because I'm pretty sure it was Charles. Charles sent me this link to this the Santa gift card thing.
Yeah,
and it's the letters that kids send to Santa.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
United States Postal Service. Yeah.
It's like how did they slip that underneath the like?
I've never.
I didn't know about it until this year myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, how did they keep this a secret for this long?
I have no idea.
And on the real, like I just wanted to grab all of those and sponsor all those kids, because you gotta think, this is coming from and they would write the nicest things on there, like,
yeah, man.
One kid was like, I don't want anything, but I want something for my little brother, like, or I just want one gift, but could you give me one gift and 3 gifts for my little sister? Like that shit just made me like want to just buy every kid on there, everything that they wanted to get, like, and I just think it was like touching, like it was like a life-changing moment to see. Like I spent like $1,000 just buying kids shit on there, just buying.
What is this called?
It was I'll send you the link. It's basically through the Postal Service. It's like they have like a nonprofit organization, and they just collate letters from around the country. There's a PO box that they send it to. Probably there's different hubs, but that goes to central location, and they photocopy the letters onto the site. And I mean, a lot of the kids, to Taim's points, do have say a lot of beautiful things, but a lot of them like asked for like PS5, like millions of kids were asking for like ridiculous.
But it's their kids. They're kids, so they're going to do that type of stuff.
True, but there should be like, once again, there should be like criteria for certain things, and I'm not far be it for me to set up that criteria, but yeah, it's cool to see, man. It's cool, and it really does put things in perspective on your life.
Broken up too, like, so you can sponsor just one kid's letter.
Yes,
you can sponsor like the family, and the family would be like mom and dad, or a mom or just a dad and like 3 kids or something like that. Like it
puts things in perspective, man, in your life, like our trivial first world problems, you know what I mean, and puts things. It really, really does put things in perspective. And again, like this year taught us to, if one thing, like hold on to what we love, but also like priorities. Like what's the real priority of life, man? Like money is great, but if you don't do anything good with it, and if you don't make the world around you, and I'm not saying end world hunger, or invent the longer lasting light bulb. I'm just saying if you even just help one person and you had purity in your heart, God sees that. So it's not about changing the world; it's about changing one.
And to what Charles said, like, so one thing about me, like I do know how I did it, but I mean, I for myself and from where I came from, I think I have a lot of fucking money. Like, but one thing I always do is I never fret about giving my fucking money away. Like I give money to people all the time, and I think that's why God continues to bless me with the things that I have, because I have no issue with giving money away. You know what I mean? I can go without for a day to make sure a family, has a good Christmas. Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the mentality you should have.
Yeah, and I think other people should.
Because you can go without for one day, they can't go. They can't get. Period.
Exactly.
You know.
Just not, and like again, I'm not projecting on anybody. They should just think about that. They don't have to do it. Just think about that, because I mean that's something that I do. I always give back.
And it doesn't have to be just that, man. Tahi, me and you had that conversation. Like when you and I spoke about it, it was just about doing something for good in general, because there's no wealth like the wealth of doing something that's good from your heart. That is something that like money cannot buy, and like you can't quantify that through something tangible. That's that feeling that you get for helping your fellow man, whatever it is, like volunteering or doing whatever. Like there's nothing that can replace that. And you could have all the money in the world, but if you're soulless, like what do you really? I never saw a Brinks truck at a funeral. So
Nope.
what's the money worth? What did okay, you have a lot of money, great, but what did you do with it? Not to say that you can't treat yourself. Lord knows I treat myself, but I do the right thing at the same time. Because as you know, I was taught that by both parents. Like, listen, be thankful for what you got. And I feel like I can speak for all of us when I say this year really taught us that. Like what we're thankful for what we have, and like we really know that people got it real bad right now. And here we are making podcasts and you know what I mean, and playing video games, but a lot of people are real fucked up right now. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear time that you did do that. And yeah, you guys should do it next year, you know?
Yeah, definitely send me that link because that's something that
Absolutely.
I would definitely wanna
So
do.
like, and I was thinking about this. We could actually start a nonprofit and actually
Yeah.
all of our money that
Do it through the podcast.
we can do. Yeah, we could do it through the podcast. We can get all the money that we collect. We can just literally give it to that organization, to help get those kids something for Christmas. Because especially during COVID, it was just like COVID hit everybody kind of hard. So
Yeah.
those kids needed a Christmas.
Yeah, man. And you could also do it like for like, even if it's for like through the city of Long Branch or through the Long Branch public school system, like it's things like that. And every school system has it. Every, like Long Branch Community Center, every community center in America has it, but it's like neglected because nobody cares about that. I mean, excuse me, not nobody. Very few people care about doing stuff like that. So the information and the resources are out there. You just have to tap into it. Like the letters to Santa thing. Like I didn't know about it. It's been there forever. Amanda, my girlfriend's, dad worked for the mail service for years and was like, oh, I forgot they even had that. I was like, damn, this thing has been going on for decades, and nobody knew about it because nobody cares. We're just worrying about sending our packages out to people and us receiving our own packages. And I fall victim to that. We've all fallen victim to that at some point in our life. Nobody's perfect, but now that we're able to do something right with it, just do it. And you guys do it through the podcast, and it's a tax write-off, so for business purposes, it's good. That's
Yeah.
But no, you are running a business at the end of the day. You have a podcast, and you do something good for the community too. That's a win-win.
We'll pay the taxes. We don't want to be in the same category.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying pay the. I'm saying pay your taxes.
All right. On that note, round of applause.
Yeah, pay your taxes, please. I pay my taxes, IRS.
Pay your tax. Pay your tax.
IRS, please.
All right. So that was.
I saw what y'all did to Hammer.
So that was episode 100.
And Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. Stay out of jail. So that was episode 113 in the books. You can find us online on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Second and One Podcast. Also check out our YouTube channel at Second and One Podcast. And also, if you have any inquiries, you want to be on the show, you want to send us some merchandise, you got any questions you want us to answer on air, send all of that to info@secondandone.com.
Yeah, like if you're like a business person and you got a business and you want to promote your business, you can come onto the show and talk about your business. Like we have no issues with that. We are here to help people expand.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, 2021 is upon us. Any New Year's Eve plans, fellas?
I'm gonna be continuing to celebrate Hanukkah with Charles.
I'm going to New York City, watch the ball drop.
You wow.
Instantly. Yeah. I'm staying low and staying out the way, man. Shiz, the real question is, are you spending New Year's Eve at Walmart?
Yeah, he's going to Walmart. You got to get that bubble.
Are they having the New Year's Eve sale? The mother of all sales.
That old thing is gonna be $200.
Yeah, I'm
gonna give you a movie theater for $150.
Yeah, I was talking with my family yesterday, and I was just like, New Year's Eve, even if it wasn't COVID, it just doesn't. I remember back in the day, we used to go to like Atlantic City or New York or even like Jack's a few nights. But now, even if we were open, I would just be in the house, like just chilling.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of the age or because we've done all that shit and it's boring?
I think it's more just like we done it all, man.
Yeah,
And
it's like stages and ages, you know?
yeah, it's like, I mean, I did Atlantic City a couple times for New Year's, and it was great. But that next morning, like taking that long pilgrimage back to Long Branch or back to Tinton Falls,
Yeah, no.
the whole day is just like gone. Like I'm tired.
I did it when I was younger, and it nearly wasted me. So I can't even imagine what it would do to me at my advanced age now.
Like I might really go down there.
I did Poconos. That's nice, you know, nice quiet thing.
Oh, you could do like the Poconos.
But when you're younger, you think that's corny and that's boring. But now I would love nothing more to be.
See, did you get the room with the big ass champagne glass and that was the tub?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I did, man. And it had a violin player in there and everything. And we ate the same noodle of spaghetti like Lady in the Tramp and all that. Come on, man.
Yeah,
If it's one thing I know, it's what I'm doing.
Yeah, imagine them doing that today with all this COVID shit. Like you would have to like literally like Clorox that down for like an hour.
That's a no-go now. You have to
somebody got they COVID bare ass on that glass.
Oh. Now they're gonna have to you gonna be that champagne glass will be filled with hand sanitizer.
Oh my god!
Bathe it in sanitizer.
Absolutely.
But Shiz, what are you gonna be doing for New Year's?
I'm just be chilling at home watching, flipping through NBC, Fox, see what type of, at home performances they got going on. I saw that
Yeah, who's performing?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I saw that they're doing like a top 100 TikTok videos or something like that. It'd be some funny. Sometimes it'd be some funny ass videos, so I might watch that for a little bit.
A lot of skinny white chicks twerking.
Yeah,
that's what TikTok is essentially.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just be chilling, and then nothing serious. I mean, like I said, if even if things were open, I'd probably be doing the same exact thing, just because I done seen it all, did it all. So
now, Shiz, did you do New Year's in Vegas or no?
New Year's in nah.
You didn't. Okay,
maybe that. You know what? That's the one.
Oh God,
one year.
That would be like The Hangover. That would really be like The Hangover.
That might be the one.
So let me ask you this: for 2021, can we plan a guys trip, all guys trip?
Yeah, guys trips are a lot of fun. Me and my beer guys, we do little guy excursions all the time, man. But COVID really put a stop to it.
Not with this group, man. Not with this group.
I put it out there,
man.
I'm willing to go. Like we can go to.
I don't know if I got enough left in the tank for one more Super Bowl run. To be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know if I got any gas in that tank.
Puerto Rico.
You trying to okay?
Yeah. All right, you talking about that? Yeah. Now I'm gonna go with Snell. Not with this group. I'm not leaving the country with this group. Like
exactly.
I love y'all, but I'm not trying to be in a Puerto Rican prison with this group. Like I'm good. I'm real good off that.
No, will I put that on the record? Like,
yeah.
I know the CIA is listening to this. Nope.
Yeah,
I will not go, sir.
Christian men just going on a pilgrimage retreat.
Pilgrimage is right.
I mean, I would definitely take a trip, but like out the country, like I said, I don't know. It would take a lot. It'd take a lot.
Yeah, you got the right. Like the people write letters for Santa. You got to write some letters. You got to write a couple letters for me, my brother.
Yeah, if you want me to go to Puerto Rico with y'all, like I'm gonna have to take Amanda to like Paris for like
United
2 weeks.
States.
Like,
Yeah, keep it in United States.
Keep it on United States soil, and you probably have me.
Vegas is cool. We can.
I don't know, dude. I'm like that old. I don't know if I got enough left in me for one more Super Bowl run. I don't know if I got it in me, man. I gotta get right with the Lord first, and then I'll go to Vegas. Like
we gotta go to Vegas, bro.
Yeah, keep it in the United States. I'm good, but you talk about like
in
Puerto Rico.
I'm not trying to do dirt international water.
It gets muddy. It gets a little muddy there.
Yeah, nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like we are a Christian God. Man, we don't have to go out of the country.
But the devil is everywhere. You gotta see him coming.
We just trying to have a good. We just trying to have a good time. We can go volunteer at a place in Vegas.
Okay,
You can go
volunteer. We're gonna be at the.
I know where I'm volunteering at.
You gonna volunteer at Harris?
See, that's
You can help people learn
Listen,
how to
man,
pull the
I'm
slot
a
machines.
volunteer at the Spearmint Round. Be a volunteer there.
That's where
If
y'all
there's-
niggas go.
If there's a good cigar bar, I'd volunteer there in a heartbeat, 100%. I teach the fine art of cigars. Yeah. So all right. So yeah, I'll volunteer in Vegas. Yeah, why not?
Yes, that's what it is. I'm gonna find a volunteer trip for us in Vegas.
Yeah, you gotta let things open back up first though, because
I think Vegas is open.
yeah,
But
it's
you're
open,
not
but
gonna
it ain't
get.
open.
It's not the same right now. Like Vegas is a trend. It'll change your life.
Yo, and just just on the COVID thing and the vaccination. I know I play a lot of games and shit, but they said something about they won't be able to fully vaccinate everybody in the U.S. for like 5 years. Did you hear that?
That's fine.
How?
I
Because they
don't.
still have
I never
coverage.
heard that. I heard like by the end of the summer. Now I don't think everybody will ever get it. I don't think they'll ever get to that. But I heard like readily available. Like you can make an appointment with your doctor by like August, September. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
like
mean,
maybe 5 years for every man, woman, and child to have it. Yeah, I could see like 5 years because like look at those small towns in East Bumblefuck that nobody knows about. Like it might be 2 or 3 years. They probably haven't even heard of COVID yet. Like you know what I mean. But then next year they will because they're behind. You know, I'm just postulating, man.
All right.
man.
So if there's nothing else, thank you guys
Nah,
for listening. This is the Second One podcast, and we go with you guys next time.